Alright guys, so now we're moving on to Street Fighter 3. As I had mentioned with Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3 actually came out a year before Street Fighter Alpha 3. A very different animal of a game. I mean, the game adds a lot of things. Universal overheads for the very first time. Every character has an overhead. The parry system. I mean, nothing like that ever seen in a fighting game up to that point. Being able to parry a move and then counter hit if you time it correctly by tapping forward on the joystick or tapping down. That's the thing, parries, there's two different kinds of parries, tapping forward or tapping down. Originally, there's a third type of parry. If you're in the air and you tap down, it makes you like a super jump in the air, where like you're jumping and you like do a boost in height with this crazy third kind of parry. They eventually got rid of that parry because they thought that it broke the game and made certain characters able to fly around the screen. But yeah, new graphical engine, running on new hardware. The CPS3 system allowed the game to have way more detail and way more frames of animation than it ever had before. Also, Street Fighter 3 throws out the majority of the cast. All you have is Ryu and Ken, and everybody else is totally new. And a lot of people had issue with that. They're like, this is bullshit. Why is it, what happened to all our favorite characters? Which is why later on they added back Chun-Li. But for the most part, Street Fighter 3, a very different kind of animal than the other Street Fighter games. Let's take a look. CPS3 system, so again, different sound system, different graphical system. The new generation. Alex was actually supposed to become the new Ryu. They had intended that Alex was going to be the new franchise character for Street Fighter to take it into the new generation, but so many people hated these new characters that they ended up kind of abandoning that idea. This also is the very first game where you could select your super art. You can only have one super art per round, per game, like when you select your character. And that was very different. Alpha 3, everyone had 2-3 supers, right? Now you're going back to only having one super art, but being able to select between different ones could change your gameplay style, which was kind of cool. As you can see, graphics very, very different from the previous, way more detailed, way more frames of animation, more pixels even, right? Everything was a big upgrade. So at first everyone thought, oh, the game's so much better, but then when you actually start playing competitively, you realize it wasn't very good. This version, the original version of Street Fighter 3, is very unbalanced and broken. Here we got the Japanese ninja Ibuki fighting the British boxer Dudley. Most people know these characters from Street Fighter 4, but they originated in Street Fighter 3. Pretty cool, right? Like the rain effects on the stage. This is super. Alright, let's play. The best character in this original game, no lie, of all the characters, Sean. So Sean's supposed to be the protege of Ken, and he's learning Shotokan karate just like Ryu and Ken, but he doesn't know it, so he doesn't really know, like, he just can't throw a fireball, only his super is a fireball. I'm trying to remember what his best one is. I think Shoryuken Cannon is his best one in this. Either Shoryuken Cannon or Hyper Tornado are both good. I'll do Hyper Tornado. But Sean is broken. If he parries, he can do a basic cross-up combo that does incredible stun. He's the stun master. Alright, here's Yoon. Also, Sean can throw a basketball. What, you fucker? Not in this one, though. I don't think you can do it in the first one. I'm trying to remember how throwing. Your throw is... Oh, this is before they made throw 2 button inputs. Universal overhead, down, down, and any button does a universal overhead. So every character now has an overhead move. It goes through low block. That's an addition to the series. So this move is a hurricane kick motion, but it does insane stun. He's got the roll. I believe he's got the dash, right? Yeah, the dash, if you hold the button, it knocks them down. He's got a Shoryuken that's weird as hell. Look at it. It's an uppercut with an additional hit. Got him. His super is this like rushdown auto combo. And yes, people were like, is that Master Roshi in the back? I mean, it's supposed to look like him, but it's not him. Yeah, this game had transitional stages. So stage 1's outside, stage 2 is inside. Look at that stun. He's already stunned. Look at that. Look, he's almost dead. Oh, he fell out. Yeah, so Sean, okay, he does like crossover kick into standing fierce punch into his roundhouse hurricane kick. It does like 60 to 70% stun. It's the most broken move in the whole game. Johnny Sorceress asks, who is my favorite new challenger? Man, I don't know, a lot of these characters are kind of cool. I think Dudley's a really cool character design. Here we go. I like Necro. I never liked playing with Necro, but I liked his design. Look at the stun! Look at that! That's a stun meter up there. So there's no guard crush in the Street Fighter 3 series, but there's stun, just like in regular Street Fighter. This is the first game you could actually see the stun meter, so you know when you're going to stun somebody. And the stun meter is crazy for Sean. Nuts, he would have been stunned after that. This is also, yeah, this is the first Street Fighter game where you could dash. See, forward dash, back dash. Up to now, you just had to use the slow walk speed and shit. But now you can finally dash. And this led to faster gameplay than had previously been used to in the Street Fighter franchise. Haha! Very hard to parry against the computer. Only because the computer usually doesn't do things that are easy to parry. It usually doesn't do like broadcasted moves. Instead, it'll do reactionary moves. You can't really parry on reaction, so. Oh my god, look how fucked up Dudley looks. So he literally destroyed, blood squirting off his body. Yuck. Alright, Elena. Elena, the only Street Fighter character to have a healing super. Besides Gil. Gil is the boss. He also has it. But yeah, Elena has a super where she gets her health back. Tiger Bob. Oh my god. Huh? Got her. Will she die? Yes, the last hit. The last hit. 12-hit super art finish. Very nice. It sucks that I can't show you parries because it's too hard to parry against the computer in this game.
Round 2. Fight.
There we go. Parry into super. Nice. That was a good parry. Parried that move and then boom, right to super. Very nice. Look at the fat dude. He's like, whoa, 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 in the background. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's gonna fall off the cliff. Wow, what an interesting lose pose. Ken is incredibly good in this. His Shoryu Shinryuken does insanity damage. Insane. Oh my god. For the first half of the round, I'm doing great. Then he starts reading my inputs and fucks me up every single time I press a button. Yes. No, Sean doesn't have a basketball taunt just because there is no taunts in this. They didn't add taunts until the second one, I think. Oh my god, look at the damage. I tried to throw or uppercut. He's done. See the stun? How crazy the stun is in this game? One combo. I stuffed a Shoryuken. He's done. Yep. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is a Buki stage, by the way, so I don't know why the hell we're fighting Ken here. It's supposed to be in Buki's village. Oh my god, look at Ken. Deformed. Alright, we're fighting Ibuki in Kyoto.
Round 1. Fight.
No, Kekken, taunt is not touchpad. It's supposed to be first punch or first kick together, I think, and it doesn't do anything. Super! Oh! I love how flashy the graphics are. This is supposed to be her ninja clan in the background. Like, all it looks, she has like a team of ninjas in her village. It's pretty cool, but they never became Street Fighter characters. I want a 2-in-1. Nah, couldn't punish that. Thought I could.
You lose. Final round. Fight.
The universal overheads are actually pretty useful, but not against the computer. The computer almost always blocks them, which is why I'm not using it. Couldn't block. Tried. She got out. Got her! No! Oh my god, look at that bullshit! I was super jumping back. Oh, by the way, I should mention that too. I didn't mention that. This game has super jumps. If you don't know what those are, if you instead of just pressing a normal jump, you hit down, up, okay? And if you go down, up, you jump higher. This game has that. It's the first Street Fighter game that had super jumping in it. It was actually added to the Street Fighter Versus series, but see that? See how there's a shadow on him? That's because he's doing a super jump rather than a regular jump. Because regular jump doesn't have that, see? But in super jump, he jumps way higher. There we go, reading inputs. Read inputs. Okay. I know people are saying it's Krillin in the background. Yeah, the guy just looks just like Krillin. The guy with the bald head.
Round 2. Fight.
And yes, the super jump, like I said, was used in the Versus series later. Marvel vs. Capcom. One of the biggest users of it. Oh my god, I thought she was gonna hit me with that too. Shuba! Nice. So much stun. John Matrix asks, since people seem to hate the original, this original version of Street Fighter 3, they said it was unbalanced. What game did they go to? They typically went to either back to the Alpha series or the Versus series was huge at this time. This was the time when games like X vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom were huge, so people would play those. Look at that big beefy woman in the background. What the fuck's going on? Who is she? What is her story? Johnny Soros says, what's the deal with Oro? Was he designed to be an equal opponent for Akuma or something? In the lore, he was supposed to be an ancient fighter who lived in the mountains like a hermit. And he was so powerful, he only fought with one arm, because if he fought with two arms, he would kill whoever he fought. So basically, he handicaps himself to be part of the actual combat. Supposedly, he knows Akuma. Like, it's part of the main plotline. Akuma knows who he is. And actually kind of almost fears him because he knows how powerful he is, but they never really went too far with it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like they went crazy with the oral plotline and went further into it. I guess in the lore, he is supposed to be the strongest Street Fighter of all of them. And that's it for him. Easy. Alright, so now I think you fight the final fight, which is Gil. Yep. The Mediterranean Sea Gil. What a character for a final boss. Look at this fucker.
Welcome to your death fight.
Do the damage. Jesus, the stun and damage. Oh my god, I went for super, I got standing punch instead.
I am your god. Round 2. Fight.
Oh my, such horseshit. Wow. Insane damage. Alright, try again. I'm gonna do Hadou Burst. I think Hadou Burst is better against Gil.
Welcome to your death fight.
Wow. Nice. I'm in range, but when I do it, he doesn't move where the hitbox disappears low.
Round 2. Fight.
Yup, did it again. I forgot that's an overhead. I should have blocked high. I totally forgot. Mr. Goodigan says, why is his fighting stance and move similar to Urien? Because they're related. They're related. He was before Urien existed. Urien comes out in the next game. But, yeah, they're related.
Welcome to your death fight.
Wow. Oh my god. So broken.
I am your god. 2. Fight.
That's definitely what I wanted. Alright, one round, but guess what happens? In the next round, he'll fucking resurrect. When do you see this shit? God damn it. I'm blocking. I was holding back. The game screwed up the cross-up. You saw that, right? He still hit me! Come on! He still fucking hit me. Oh my god. Yeah, Hadou Burst is the best super against him.
Welcome to your death fight.
Oh my god, I couldn't do anything. I did Hadou Burst.
I am your god. 2. Fight.
Jesus Christ. Well, I was holding it. If you hold down Hadou Burst, it comes out later. Oh, here comes Resurrection. Oh, no. Oh, you can in this game. So, in later versions, if you hold down the button, Hadou Burst will hold and come out later. Apparently, in this one, it just flies right out. I didn't even know that. So, his Hadou Burst super kind of sucks then. I thought it was better than that. Yeah, Resurrection, if he's round 2 and he dies, he comes back to life, he gets his health back. You have to knock him out of the air, he gets a full health bar back. Pretty broken. Oh, I like this strong color. Got him. Okay. And yes, the only resurrection if he gets full super meter. I did uppercut, you stupid game. Stun! Got him! And he didn't resurrect because he didn't get full super, so I beat him. Good shit. Only because he had full stun that I was able to beat him like that. There you go. Support the super arts. What the hell's going on? There we go. Ah! Sean gets fucked up by Ryu. Damn it, let's try that again. In order to be the best, you must defeat Ryu. Don't come back until you've done that. I must go. Good luck. Art's hideous. And he gets owned by Ryu again. Wait a minute, Sean. Are you fighting me because Ken told you to do so? Shut up and fight. And he gets owned again. There you go. Thank you for playing. So as you saw, so what are the differences in Street Fighter 3? Graphics are majorly improved, way more detailed, way more frames of animation. Parry system implemented for the first time. There's a standard parry, a ground parry, and an aerial parry where if you press down in the air, you'll bounce, okay? Universal overheads by tapping down twice plus any button. Throws are still regular in this one, but, you know, being able to select a super out of 3 different super arts, okay? That's a new implementation in the game. So there's a lot of different stuff, but people didn't like it because it was not balanced. There were 2 or 3 characters in this game that were incredibly overpowered. Ken, Sean, I think Ibuki had a crazy-ass infinite. All she had to do was hit you with like a standing roundhouse and she could keep doing it over and over. It was like a really broken infinite in the game. So people didn't really like this game. It was not well received by Street Fighter fans. And so Capcom had to go back to the drawing board and try to remake the game in a better version. Which they did later on that year with the new characters that they added and rebalancing the game. And that's what we're going to check out next. Okay.